Hi folks, today is Wednesday, December 2nd, and I'm coming to you live on location from my home today, and for a slightly different reason than I've not been in the office in the past, and that is because I was exposed to a staff member who tested positive for COVID-19, and I've tested negative, just staying home at an abundance of caution this week, but the reason I'm telling you that, besides violating my own and other people's HIPAA rights, is to just emphasize the fact that this virus is spreading pretty much like wildfire right now. The positive staff member lives a very small life, essentially like a hermit, and still contracted the virus. So I can't overemphasize the risks that are out there right now, and just really hope that you will take that guidance and live as small a life as possible for a while longer. With that, you received a memo from me last night. We've updated our guidance and just ideas to tighten back up our operations here. Starting now, starting yesterday, we will not allow any outside speakers or performers on campus. Starting tomorrow, we'll hold all of our marketing tours virtually instead of on site. Fitness classes, you'll need to be masked. If you're on a fitness machine, you need to stay at least 8 feet apart from another person. So if you're on a machine and the next machine is in use and that's not 8 feet, then you just wait until someone is finished. We'll be canceling any off-site trips that we had, limiting the number of people in common spaces to 10 max, no matter how big the room is. So if you had a room that normally you could hold 25 or 35 people in, 10 max. And then adjusting, what we're asking you to do is adjust how you're going off campus. We're not going to go back to where we were in the spring with essentially a lockdown, but think about when you're off campus. Any shopping you can do online, please do that. Contactless pickup. Many stores have senior hours, so you can be in there with a much smaller group of people. We're going to limit our time in your apartment right now. So only emergency work orders or emergency IT work. In terms of housekeeping and laundry, we will keep that going on the current schedule. But what I want you to understand is that we do weekly testing of a good majority of our staff. And over the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty consistent where we're going to have 1 or 2 people test positive. And sometimes that impacts more people because there's exposures like I'm experiencing, or there is other risks involved. And so we have to be prepared that operations may get impacted over the course of the next month or so, assuming that in the next month or so, better things start to happen. So I want you to know that that's the tough news. But that's where we are right now. You can't, you kind of can't open a newspaper or watch TV, watch the news without realizing that the virus is spreading pretty dramatically here, but also across the country. And so that's where we are. And we're going to have to get through these next couple of months. And unfortunately, it's the holiday season. Unfortunately, it is the time when we want to be around one another more, and we just need to be around one another less for now. The good news is that the vaccine is coming. So both Pfizer and Moderna have submitted for emergency use authorization, and we do anticipate that nursing home residents, healthcare workers will be the very first people to receive the vaccine. We don't know yet if that will be us doing the distribution, or we'll receive that through CVS. To some degree, we hope it's through CVS because there's going to be an incredible amount of paperwork to track which vaccine and then the second shot. We do believe that our independent residents will be in the sort of phase 1B That's what the state has talked about in their guidance. And hopefully that will be in early January, the first shot. A vaccine's not a magic bullet. It's not, automatic the day you get the shot, but you're building immunity every day. And once our healthcare residents, once our independent living residents, once our healthcare staff are all inoculated, a lot of our risks go down and a lot of our life can go back to somewhere near normal, at least when we're on campus. So we're really looking forward to that. There's more to come. I know there's a phone call this afternoon with the state, and those happen on a regular basis. We expect that we'll know a little more today, a little more at the end of the week, and then a little more next week, with the hopeful timing that the first bits of distribution will happen within December, and then a second shot either 3 weeks or 4 weeks later. So I will send out more information to you, to our staff, about the vaccine, about the distribution, about the safety measures. As soon as we have it, you have my solemn vow that you'll know everything we know as soon as we know it. And that's the same commitment that I'll make to our staff, because while it's super important that you all receive the vaccine, it's also super important to us that our staff does too. So with that, I'll sign off. I hope that the memo and the chart that came out yesterday are self-explanatory. But as always, feel free to follow up with any questions or concerns that you may have. Okay, thank you. And until then, wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay away from other people.